You are as sick as your secret. The moment you are going through stuff and the person that is afflicting you in any way keeps you silent, is a sign that you are actually on a suicide mission. You are about to lose everything if you are told not to tell anybody. Please tell your kids. Don't tell them, uncle is your uncle, he can do anything. Auntie is your auntie, can do anything. Can I quickly say this before I proceed? Don't ever think it's only female children that is being molested or being assaulted by adults. I have a case of a man trying to recover from sexual addiction, and he told me specifically, he said when he was 6, one auntie, 2 aunties, few of them in the neighborhood, they kept playing with his private part. Finally, he became a serious addict that he could not even do without sex. Anything he's get, he must get into it. Meaning that don't focus only on your female children. Focus on all your kids. We have predators everywhere. And one thing they will tell you is, don't tell anybody. Keep it secret. If you tell your mom, if you tell your dad, we're going to kill them, we're going to kill you. It's a lie. Tell someone. Please tell your kids. Make your kids comfortable. I asked my guest in the last episode, did you tell anyone? Are you able to say it out? She said no. That number one is a trusted person. Most pedophiles, most serial killers, they are people that are close. An enemy hardly comes from the outside. Most of the time, there are people that we live with, we relate with, drivers, cleaners, people around us could actually prey on our kids. So be careful when you're trusting. She just assumed, probably the mother has even hero worshipped the man, maybe the father has hero worshipped the man, and saying it, she said something, they will not believe me. Look at me and hear me clearly. Believe in your kids. Even if what they are saying does not make sense, give it a benefit of the doubt. Have a rethink on anything they say. Because if you're not careful, you will shut them down and they would have messed up the life of your kids before you know. Make sure you're available. Have a listening heart. I didn't say listening ears. Have a listening heart. Listen to the heart of your children. Don't ever let your child tell you or tell somebody, I can't tell my mommy, she will kill me. I can't tell my dad, he will kill me. If you continue like that, your children are going to keep secret till they die in whatever situation they find themselves. But if you tell your kids, who is sweetheart, you can tell me anything. Anything, even if you are wrong, let me know. Such a child is being built to have self-confidence, self-esteem, values. And at the end of the day, whosoever comes to their path that is bringing a wrong vibes or wrong impression, that child will open up to talk. Yes, I still have my guest here. We are taking our life as a story. Like I said, I'm not telling you stories so wow, woo, wow. No. I'm not trying to give you an impression that things happen under the sun. I'm using their cases as a case note, and that's why we're here. Welcome once again, my guest.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead with your story.
Why all this was going on between myself and this man? I have a cousin sister who always come around. Like, she always comes to our house. Then whenever she comes around, she plays with me, and then sometimes she just take off my clothes and start touching me. So this sister of mine, like, she tell me to touch her body parts, to touch some part of her body, and she'll be like, I should not tell my mom that she actually asked me to do this.
Wow. I tell people, when a child's sexual life is exposed, that is what happens. The door is open. It's a door that leads to other doors. The grandpa who started sexually harassing and molesting her at age 6 did something to her life, opened her up sexually. Those girls you see in various brothels, those prostitutes, those guys, you question their character and their integrity, and you look at them as the black sheep of the family. They didn't start to be a black sheep in any family. Every child comes into the world blank. It is what you play to them that they play back to their life. You played it to their mind. You played it to their soul. You messed up their lives. You exposed them wrongly. And that's what they are playing back to life. When that door was opened, I knew it's going to be a door that will lead to other doors of immorality. So she got into lesbianism again. I've seen a lot of people that are into LGBT, oh, we want this and that and that. Because I'm in public space, I will be coded and covert about it. But the truth is, what happened is simple. Somebody opens the door. Somebody opens the door. Somebody opens the door. Please shut those doors in the lives of your children. And of course, secret continues. Have you been in, I have another guest in the house. I need to ask her a question. Have you been in a situation where you see girls that are keeping secrets? Or have you been in a school? I'm bringing her in because she's another teenager, another young child. Of course, has no name, no face, no identity. But somebody that can open herself and talk to us about other things she sees around in schools, how girls or boys are, being sexually assaulted or trying to be sexual in school and all of that. You are wondering, what is the cause? What is the reason for this? Who did that? Have you ever find yourself having to be in the midst of young chaps like you and you have to query their sexual activities? Do you have anyone that you want to share with?
Okay, especially girls, like they're always trying to play fun with boys or girls, so I'm always like, what's wrong with them? No teenagers now. And then my friends be like, oh, this one, she likes Rano, she likes rubbish, she likes nonsense. So just abuse them. Just like.
Now, you see, the reason why I'm asking her is very simple. No face, no name, no identity. But she could identify to the fact that things happened at the school premises. She sees it everywhere. Sex sells. Sex is everywhere. Kids are being exposed daily. That is exactly the point I'm trying to make by bringing her into the picture, that sex is everywhere. Predators are everywhere. Kids are being exposed to sex wrongly and parents are not being sex wise. Now, when you look at a child that, like you said, one of them will say, oh, this girl likes rubbish, this guy likes rubbish. It didn't come that way. It didn't start like that. Somebody opened the door that makes them to be vulnerable. Apart from somebody opening the door, parents are not teaching their kids about sex. They believe it's a taboo. As a matter of fact, when your child begins to menstruate, the only thing I hear parents say is, look at you. You are menstruating now. If a man touch you, you'll be pregnant. That is a stupid and unintelligent talk. Though if your parents said that, you don't say it to your kids. Explain to them at their level. If the mother of my guest at age 6 had told her, you have your breast, you have your private part, you have your cheeks, you have your lips. Nobody touches it without your consent. If you do it, I'm going to tell my mom, I'm going to tell my dad. This girl will not even take any sack to grandpa's room, not to talk of having to lie on a 6-year-old girl, an adult. She doesn't have a big stature. She would have been so small at the time, but she became a victim of error because there was no pre-information about anybody's or their kids' sexuality. Now, when this lady comes into the picture and he started practicing homosexual with you, what was your reaction? What effect did it have on your life till date?
Okay, thank you for that question, ma'am. So, to my primary school, I actually despised guys because I think I got used to. I became more of I got attracted to ladies. Then I started behaving like a guy. I was more of a guy than.
So practicing lesbianism, you started acting as if you are the guy and the other person is a girl. So you got attracted to another girl instead of naturally being attracted to a guy. Go ahead.
So, like in school, then I don't really mingle. I don't talk to guys. Then I play around with girls, female always. like nobody noticed though, because we do go out together, we go home together. But the thing there was, I had these seniors also who would always come to my house, or some in school. They'll be like,
Females.
yes, ma'am,
Wow.
female students, seniors in my school. That will be like, yes, I told you to do this, you did not do it. Some, they might just see, they'll say, okay, they'll tell me if they want to punish me, but the punishment will be touching.
They are private.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, I have to come back. This is deep. You know, when you see a girl acting like a boy, and from home, it wasn't like that. Now, the challenge I have is the parents that are sensitive, that are intuitive, that could perceive, that will know that this girl, you are switching, you are changing. But some don't. Look at what life has done to this young lady. It was an opening to sexual perversion. She's now comfortable being a lesbian. When you see people out there that their sexual orientation has changed, or they are trying to proclaim a different sexual orientation, please don't judge them. Something happened to them. Somebody did something to them. I do therapy, I do counseling. I'm a sexual addiction therapist, and listening to a lot of people, I have compassion, I have pain, not judging people and making fun of them. It's been amazing, this episode. I'm not done yet, but just make sure you are not dying in silence. You're as sick as your secret. That is what we do. We help you to heal. We mend lives. We heal the wound that is inflicted in your soul. We're still going to get there, but for now, let me call it a quit. I really appreciate you for watching. Subscribe, share. Please don't listen alone. Let parents understand how their kids are being wrongly sexually orientated. I appreciate you. I'll see you shortly. Thank you.